Kayak cerita aja aku tuh definisi kupu-kupu kuliah pulang. Be fearless and it's okay to fail later on. But I believe that if you believe in yourself and if you are ready to seek discomfort, then you will be on the right path.
Selamat datang di EducationUSA Talks bersama saya Muhammad Iqbal. Saya adalah salah seorang EducationUSA Advisor yang based di Kedutaan Besar Amerika Serikat. EducationUSA Talks nantinya kita akan mengundang berbagai macam alumni dan juga nanti student yang sedang belajar di Amerika Serikat, dan kita harapkan cerita-cerita mereka itu bisa memberikan inspirasi, motivasi, dan juga bisa memberikan referensi buat kalian-kalian semuanya. And today we have a very special guest. Yeah, I think she is the youngest guest so far. And I think, oke, langsung saja kita sapa Tabina. Apa kabar Tabina?
Hi, Mas Iqbal. I'm great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. You're doing great so far.
Doing great
Kegiatan
so far.
selama ini apa aja?
Well, I returned from the US like around 5 months ago, so
Okay.
it's been a while. And I'm not taking any classes right now, so mainly aktivitas aku sekarang itu mentoring for IISMA. And preparing for skripsi, because aku udah semester 2.
Okay.
For sempro, so
Iya.
specifically.
Oke, alangkah bagusnya Tabina memperkenalkan diri kali ya, sehingga kita bisa ngobrol lebih banyak lagi. Langsung saja Tabina.
Hi everyone, nama aku Tabina Zelia Oktara. I usually go by Tabina or Tabi, whichever, and I'm currently a junior at University of Gadjah Mada, majoring in communication science from batch 2021, and I'm here today at EducationUSA as an IISMA awardee to Yale University, where I am appointed as a student representative for this year as well. And I'm currently, as I said before, my business, I'm not taking any classes right now, so I'm focusing more on IISMA mentoring and also other activities like preparing for my KKN and sempro, just usual college stuff.
Banyak ya kesibukannya.
Yeah, somehow I got like super busy at December.
Oke,
When-
busy in December.
Busy in December, yeah.
Oke, Tabina ini kuliah di UGM.
Yes, correct.
Oke, what major you got?
Communication science, ilmu komunikasi.
Belajar komunikasi di UGM.
Iya.
Semester berapa?
Currently semester 5.
Semester 5. Oke, tapi juga tadi sempat menyebutkan bahwa sempat belajar IISMA ya, mendapatkan IISMA ke
Correct.
Yale University. Di tahun berapa itu?
This year, 2020.
This year.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this is interesting. So, can you tell us a little bit, how did you get that? How did you get that
IISMA.
that
Yeah.
IISMA?
Yeah, so like, little fun fact, IISMA, my first time applying IISMA, and like, Yale University is a new addition to the IISMA
Yeah.
University partner this year. It's an Ivy school. IISMA previously has an Ivy partner as well. UPenn, amazing school as well. But I applied for IISMA this year, like really expecting nothing, and I
Okay.
got accepted. Very, very like.
You didn't expect a lot of things. Okay, and then you got it.
Yeah, but then like even though I expected like the least, I really put everything into this application like this year. Yeah, lots of I went through all of that socialization, and then I went through all of that essay writing, mock interviews, and like tes kebinekaan and everything. Just like lots of hectic. It's a hectic process, but it's amazing. And like
Okay.
here I am, I guess.
How did you prepare yourself? Sebelum kamu daftar, apa sih yang membuat kayak Tabina ini kayaknya unik nih, sehingga si orang-orang IISMA ini melihat kayaknya Tabina ini menjadi salah satu contoh yang potensial banget ini. How did you prepare yourself and how you make yourself stand out?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Got a lot of that question as well. Like, what singles you out from the other applicants / awardees? Even in the interview, I was asked that. Fun fact. I think the process of like making myself stand out from other applicants was not like an immediate thing. I had like so many like thought process when I'm trying to like represent myself during my application stage. Tapi basically, if I can sum it up, what singles me out from other people is my personal branding.
Your
Personal
personal
yeah.
branding, interesting. Okay,
Exactly.
you have really good personal branding.
I like to think so. I think it's more of something that is very me. Like, ako ano komunikasi kan. So, personal branding has always
Okay,
been like,
it's clear.
oh, ako selalu dikasih tahu kalau di kelas ini personal branding is very important. It's
Okay.
it's how you it's a unique selling point in business studies, like we
Unique
call it like
selling
that.
point.
Yeah kan. And I guess I just pour it out in my essay and my interview, and I'm saying personal branding, tapi aku nggak kasih tahu personal branding aku apa. Tapi selama daftar IISMA, aku tuh hobi nulis ya kan. And I presented myself to the IISMA program as a student who writes, but then like secara simple I'm a writer. That's what I presented in IISMA. Dan just a little fun fact, IISMA kan disuruh tulis esai tuh, tulis esai, kumpulkan CV dan juga ada wawancara. In each and every of those components, I try to incorporate my personal branding. Jadi the first line of my essay, I basically said something along the lines of, I live to write and write to live. And then I just explained to IISMA about my passion for writing. And then in the interview, they asked me, why did I like writing so much? And like, what can I give to IISMA and to the community around me with writing? So that's kind of like my whole branding as an IISMA awardee this year. Basically, I just talk a lot about how much I love to write. Kayak aku suka banget nulis. Terus my writings, my achievements itu banyak yang related to writings, thankfully. And then I also, beyond that, like transcending being a writer, I also kind of like establish a brand where I write not only for myself but for the community around me.
Okay, so do you think like because you're being a writer, that's easier for you to get an IISMA? Can you conclude like that?
Well, I don't think it's because that I am a writer. It's more of like because I established a personal branding that is so concrete
Personal branding, okay.
and so unique to me. Well, not unique. I know a lot of people who has like the same personal branding and also got into IISMA for like exhibiting their love and their skills for writing. Tapi
So,
kayak,
can you say like, berarti kalau ingin daftar IISMA, at least you have to know how to write. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, well, I guess so.
Okay.
I'm saying that because you don't have to be like top notch, like Franz Kafka kind of like writing, and like Sylvia Plath kind of writer. Of course, you don't have to be that kind of writer. But IISMA tests us on like certain components like essay and interview.
Okay.
So you need to have those basic skills.
Oke, apa sih yang kamu tulis ketika kamu mendaftar IISMA sehingga mereka ngelihatnya kayaknya Tabina ini cukup oke nih. What did you write?
Ya, jadi IISMA itu waktu aku apply IISMA, maybe like info untuk semua teman-teman di sini, kita dikasih 4 set of questions. So the first question I was asked to talk about my achievements and also like the skills I've acquired from my major. Lagi-lagi aku communication science student, very writing intensive course. Every day aku write essay sampai tangan aku pegel banget. Dan di situ aku basically I said that as a writer, as a communication science student who writes for their everyday meal, I basically poured everything, all of my soul into writing. But then like this writing that I've created, this work that I've created, aku itu mempunyai tendensi nggak mau kalau sekarang namanya tuh nge-gatekeep. Aku tuh nggak suka nge-gatekeep. I want to share my writing to the people around me because I feel like words are a powerful weapon. Not a weapon, I mean it's a powerful thing. I think that's the more exact wording. And like through IISMA, dari programnya atau dengan aku belajar ke Yale, aku tuh dikasih kesempatan untuk hone my writing skills. And that's something that I seek, and I feel like that is something that IISMA can offer. And through IISMA, setelah aku bisa mempertajam writing skills aku, IISMA juga memberikan aku outlet untuk sharing tentang writing aku. And that's something that I cannot attain elsewhere. Itu satu yang aku bilang. And then kayak, of course, IISMA's essay also entails other questions. Misalnya aku ditanya planning aku nanti di Amerika ngapain sih? Dan setelah aku pulang ke dari Amerika tuh ngapain gitu? Itu juga ditanya.
Terus kamu nulisnya apa?
In America, IISMA, I think this is from my opinion ya. Tapi IISMA seeks like an awardee that has a vision, and I think I have that vision. I elaborate to them. Aku nggak cuma state, aku elaborasi. Nanti tuh di Yale aku punya plan, misalnya aku mau ikut acara ini, aku mau mempromosikan budaya Indonesia dengan ini. Dengan like aku kasih mereka concrete action plan, and then of course at the end I told them after aku menempuh edukasi di Yale, after I study at Yale, I want to take all of the things that I studied there and pour it into something tangible, kayak jurnal. Aku pernah publish jurnal kan dulu, and like aku setelah belajar di Yale, keinginan aku untuk publish jurnal lagi tuh gede banget, or at least like publish any writings and stuff like that. Pokoknya aku pengen sharing apa yang setelah aku pelajari dari Yale ke Indonesia gitu. Aku gak mau pulang empty-handed.
Okay, so that's your explanation is really awesome. Nah, kira-kira what is the most important things people should know before they apply?
Okay, lots of things, definitely. First thing first is that you need to have motivation.
Motivasi itu, that's the number one.
That's number one,
Okay.
because I feel like everyone who applies for IISMA, of course they have the motivation, ya pastinya. Tapi motivasi kamu tuh harus jelas apa gitu. Do you wanna go there to travel? Do you wanna go there to study? And this is like something that singles you out from other applicants. And yang kedua itu kamu harus fearless, jangan ada rasa takut. I think that's something that I've learned throughout like the whole application process. The gnawing feeling of like, oh, I'm gonna fail. I have to compete with thousands of other students in Indonesia who are probably smarter than I am, stuff like that. Itu kan salah satu faktor yang bisa dikonsiderasi. Kayak kalau kamu takut untuk apply cuman gara-gara kamu nanti harus bersanding dengan orang lain, itu I feel like you won't suit the IISMA program. You need to be able to fight for it, and then like of course you have to be well prepared with everything.
Well prepared, motivations and
Be fearless.
Being fearless, and then you have well prepared.
Well prepared.
So you mentioned about you're helping a lot of people, ngebantuin mentoring juga.
Yeah.
Terus what is the biggest challenge you face ketika kamu ngebantuin mereka? Apakah kurang motivasi atau kurang well prepared atau apa sih sebenarnya yang kamu dapatkan?
Aku sharing aja ya, aku baru mulai buka program mentoring tuh bulan ini. Rekrutmennya juga baru bulan ini. I plan to open the mentoring application for 1 week, but within 2 days I already have 650 applicants. 650 applicants, and I'm like, if anyone of you follow aku di Twitter @tabibiba, like thank you so much. I have to sort out out of 650 people, dan di saat aku sort those people out, aku tanya motivasi kamu untuk join IISMA tuh apa, gitu. And out of those 650 people, aku cuma bisa milih 10 orang yang bisa aku mentor. I know it sounds a lot, but then like if you sort out like 10 out of like 650 people, it's like difficult.
So the rest of them did not give.
Yeah, exactly. They did not get mentoring from me because I have like limited quota.
Okay.
Tapi like to answer your question, I feel like motivation is not the problem here. I think it's just the preparation.
The preparation.
IISMA's preparation lengthy, exhausting. There's no denying. And I think that's like my existence as mentor itu sekarang dia paling besar itu adalah untuk bantu teman-teman menti-menti aku ini untuk prepare untuk IISMA. Jadi the technical stuff, IELTS, essay, stuff like that, and like mental support and community support. Because when I was applying for IISMA, I had like a friend group, 8 of us applied for IISMA, so I had the support I need. Tapi aku nggak bisa assure that for everyone else kan. Jadi di sini aku sebagai penopang support dan mental juga buat teman-teman menti aku, like love you guys. Terus kayak so yeah, motivation is not the problem at all, but maybe like being well prepared and seeking for information and stuff like that. Lots of people approach me for that, and I think that's like a huge part. Like a huge struggle juga karena so many things to navigate. Tapi sekarang banyak awardee lain, gak cuma aku, my Yale friends and then people from like other host universities juga mengulurkan tangan. It's a way for us to give back to the community as well.
Okay, so we move a little bit to your experience when you were in the United States in Yale, 1 semester. Okay.
Less than a semester.
Less than semester.
Less.
Is that a summer classes?
Summer session, yeah.
So how many months is it?
10
2
weeks.
months?
2 months, like
Tapi,
less than 3 months.
Okay, so if you can take away one thing from Yale selama 2 bulan, apa yang kamu bisa ngambil?
Okay. I don't think it's possible to only take one thing.
Okay.
First of all, just like the experience of studying in an Ivy League university itself is like mind-blowing. Like waktu aku sampai di kota New Haven, Yale is located in this really small city, New Haven, in the state of Connecticut, so it's in the East Coast. And kayak mind blown, like it's just so different from Indonesia, and it's just so different from like other places as well. And I feel like I gained a lot of things like at Yale. Tapi I said this before, the impact of studying at Yale and the impact of studying through IISMA is like super big for me, and it pervades like every nook and cranny in my life. And just like there's this one little story di mana kemarin I had the chance to attend like Vokasi Fest X Kampus Merdeka Festival. I sat next to Pak Nadiem Makarim and Pak Joko Widodo.
One of the speakers.
No, I'm just the representative for the IISMA program.
Okay.
Ya, tapi aku duduk sama Pak Nadiem Makarim dan Pak Joko Widodo. And one thing that I remember, Pak Joko Widodo, he came on to the stage and he asked one of the MBKM program applicants, and like he asked like, how does the Kampus Merdeka program affects you? And the person said, it affects my life. And Pak Jokowi was so surprised. It's like, is that to that extent? And aku dalam hati, yeah, it's to that extent. And I feel like one of the most fundamental basic form that I can take away from Yale is that how amazing learning can be, how amazing the education system is there. Like, I've always been super grateful being able to attend Universitas Gadjah Mada. It's an amazing school. Tapi whole another level waktu belajar di Yale itu education systemnya and the learning experience is just amazing gitu.
Okay, setelah pulang ke Indonesia, what have changed? I know that's 2 months already. Okay.
Yeah.
So what have changed? Apakah orang melihat kamu itu, okay, this new Tabina, new Tabina with the different mindset, with the, I don't know, awesome mindset or something. So what have changed since you returned to Indonesia?
Lots have changed, honestly. Gimana ya?
Apakah cara pandang kamu yang sudah cukup berubah? I don't know.
First of all, when you said something about like how do people view me post the IISMA program, I really felt that it changed. Jadi kayak cerita aja, aku tuh definisi kupu-kupu kuliah pulang dulu.
Okay.
I don't have lots of experiences. I don't join organizations. And
You didn't at all? Okay.
Dikit lah, kepanitiaan lebih banyak. So it's short term, and I don't have like that kind of familial organization kind of stuff. And di Jogja tuh ketika teman-teman aku meeting, rapat gitu-gitu, I'm just like confined in my kosan, stuff like that. Tapi returning from IISMA, I have a whole new community around me, and it's like so nice because I did not only bond with the people who went to Yale with me, but I also bond with people from like other universities. Like aku punya teman yang ke MSU, Michigan State University, ke UPenn, ke stuff like that. And then of course I'm befriending IISMA fighters atau people yang mau apply IISMA tahun depan, like a whole new community. So that changed. My social life definitely changed.
That changed your social life.
But then transcending that, I think my values have also changed a lot.
Got it.
How I see myself, how I see my skills, and the things that I have gained and attained while I was at Yale. Like say it academic-wise, I feel like I'm more equipped now with lots of knowledge yang biasanya mungkin tidak bisa aku attain di sini, kayak gitu. Banyak lah intinya.
Incredible ya experience kamu.
Okay,
so IISMA itu kan tidak hanya memberikan funding, tapi and then you have to think about your contribution so far. Okay, what did you do so far with your, apakah kamu sudah melakukan sesuatu untuk kayak resiprokal timbal baliknya dengan IISMA itu? Apa yang sudah kamu lakukan sejauh ini?
Okay, I feel like everything I do won't be enough to pay back what IISMA has given me, but I'm always trying to give back to the community around me. And this might be like something very trivial, tapi I utilize my social media as a platform for me to share about the wonders of like ISMA and how learning can be super amazing, and how the experience of studying abroad is one that you cannot like belittle. Like it's amazing, and I feel like my contribution itu bisa dilihat dengan cara aku sharing ke orang-orang kayak dan mungkin bisa dibilang memotivasi juga ya, kayak memotivasi untuk belajar lebih giat supaya bisa sekolah ke luar negeri, karena sekolah ke luar negeri itu it's so much more than traveling outside. It's attaining knowledge that you cannot attain here gitu. It's seeing things in the perspective of people from first world country and people from different cultures and background, because America is a melting pot of culture and stuff like that. Jadi I think that's one. Of course, mentoring is a way for me to give back. And one thing that I've been liking, mungkin gak terlalu gak selaku kalau aku ngomongin tentang ISMA ya atau mentoring, tapi I've been sharing everything that I've learned at Yale. Jadi aku suka kasih lihat ke orang kayak, this is what I learned, this is what I wrote my paper waktu aku sekolah di Yale. Misalnya I wrote a paper on Black feminism and American 50s cinema and stuff like that. And it's something that you don't see a lot in Indonesia, but then like it's really interesting, and I kind of want to share that knowledge to other people. And I'm planning to write something academic based. Lagi-lagi I published a journal, and it was probably one of my biggest achievements, and I don't have a lot, so itu ya itu. Jadi aku pengen coba nulis jurnal lagi atau something yang akademik dan mengambil apa yang telah aku pelajari di Yale dan di-translate ke sana.
Okay, your explanation is really amazing, Tabina.
Thank you.
So I believe that right now banyak orang yang sedang mendengarkan kita yang sedang persiapan belajar ke ke nge-apply IISMA, apakah ke Amerika, apakah ke negara lain. So, last words, motivation things you want to say to people. Go ahead.
Okay. I know the process of applying for IISMA or applying to a scholarship and to study abroad as a whole is like, it's not easy and it's lengthy and it's exhausting. But when you're presented with an opportunity like this, I feel like you should definitely grasp when it's still in front of you. And you have to be fearless, as I said. And I know that there's this gnawing feeling of like, and fear of like failing. But honestly, even if you fail or even if you pass, like the stakes are high, I guess. You spend money for this application and stuff like that. And it's not an easy thing. And you spend your time, but I wouldn't call it something that you waste. Rather nanti kamu lolos atau nanti kamu tidak lolos. Hopefully semuanya yang mendengarkan ini nanti pass dan bisa menjadi future IISMA awardee. Tapi be fearless, and it's okay to fail later on. But I believe that if you believe in yourself and if you're ready to seek discomfort, then you will be on the right path to success. Okay.
It's okay to fail.
It's okay to fail. I failed a lot before this.
Alright, that's luar biasa sekali, Tabina. Waktu yang harus menyelesaikan pembicaraan kita, tapi sebenarnya ini banyak sekali informasi-informasi yang kamu share ke sini, dan berharap nanti teman-teman yang sedang nge-apply IISMA akan mendapatkan banyak insight dari kamu. Oke. Dan teman-teman semuanya, thank you so much yang sudah mendengarkan EducationUSA Talks bersama kita, dan mudah-mudahan ini informasi yang diberikan sama Tabina tadi bisa memberikan inspirasi dan bisa memberikan motivasi, dan pastinya ini banyak sekali referensi-referensi yang sudah dijelaskan sama Tabina tadi. Dan bagi teman-teman semuanya yang ingin ngobrol lagi dengan kita, ingin one-on-one consultation, atau ingin follow kita di Instagram, atau ingin sign up kita di newsletter, bisa langsung saja ke Instagram kita di EducationUSA Indonesia. Nanti langsung ke link tree, semua sosial media kita ada di sana. Oke? Dan saya Muhammad Iqbal, pembawa acara di sesi kali ini, dan ada Tabina sebagai guest speaker kita. Thank you so much, terima kasih sudah menonton. See you next time. Okay. Thank you, makasih banyak.
Thank you so much.